Hey gang, this is Mike with my real estate dojo, and today's lesson is about the cons of owning rental properties. Now, even though this is the vessel that I invest in, this is the vessel that I love, but I want to just shoot straight with you guys and let you know that, one, nothing in life is easy. Anything you do is going to take a significant amount of hard work and pain associated with it. So you have to look at every vessel of investment and decide if the negative side effect is something that you like. If you don't like that negative side effect, then you don't want to invest in this vessel or any other vessels like that. That's even though I've chosen to be a landlord, I'm going to explain to you guys the negativity of being a landlord or the disadvantages of being a landlord or the negative con. So let's go ahead and pull the curtain back and get started. Wow, major wreck here on the highway, man. Major wreck, crazy, right there. But anyway, so some of the negativity of being a landlord is you're gonna need capital. I would say that if you have 1 to 10 properties, you're gonna need at least $10,000 in your banking account. And this $10,000 cannot be money that you're gonna rely on paying your own bills. This $10,000 is money that's gonna go out for babysitting factors that come with owning property. You know, what do I mean by babysitting factors? You have to pay, let's say, if the plumbing goes wrong. You have to pay if the AC goes wrong. If there's vacancies, you have to pay if you have to do an eviction. If you want to have the constable go out there and serve the deadbeat renter that hasn't paid you. You have to pay for the electricity, for the water, the realtor rental listing commission, the insurance when it's vacant. You know, if you have a mortgage and you have to pay the mortgage, the interest. So there's a lot of babysitting factors with holding a property that are the negative parts of the business. Okay, I hit up on some of them. Let me go in detail. If you're a landlord, you're gonna have to go and evict people. I mean, in the story. And no matter how great your pre-screening process is, end of the day, you're gonna have to go and evict people because life is like this. For you, for me, and even for the renters you put into place. So, for my own personal experience, if you put somebody that's a great person into the property, they may get sick and they can't pay their job, or they may lose their job, or the job may transfer them just like this. So in a nutshell, there's a lot of unforeseeable events that can happen that's gonna require you to have capital, that 10 grand, and pay into the property for bleeding out purposes. Like if you're cut, you gotta have this extra gallon of blood where you're willing to just split it out till you fix the problem. Now, if you don't have that money, then you shouldn't be a landlord, okay? Just because you could buy a property for free, or a seller's willing to give you the property for free, or a seller's willing to pay you, it doesn't mean that you should still buy it. I teach a lot of tactics on how to buy properties without using your credit or without using your own money, but it doesn't mean that you should use this stuff if you don't have the money to back it up. Okay, guys? So being a landlord has its problems. It's not easy. Besides deadbeat renters, other problems that are associated with being a landlord is, you know, vacancy. When you're dealing with single residential homes, it's not like an apartment complex where, you know, if you have 70% of your units filled, or 65 or whatever it is, depending on your loan, that is, you're going to pay for your overhead, and the rest is your profit margin. So in a single residential, if you rent the sucker out and you're cash flowing 400, it looks really good. But if the guy doesn't pay for 1 month, or you have 2 months of vacancy, see, that just drains all your profit, or most of your profit. That's why I always preach that you should get at least 200 plus on rental properties, depending, you know, where it is and what it is at the very minimum. Okay, because for all the overhead, after paying property management, after paying taxes, insurance, etc., loan servicing. So anyways, being a landlord isn't easy. There's a lot of cons with it. So I head up on a couple of them right now for you. Things can break. Okay, let's talk about that. What do I mean by that? You know, AC may go out. Like I had a property, the renters went in there, used the restroom, you know, they flushed it, they didn't go down, they keep flushing it, the toilet came all the way out, they flooded, you know, poop, you know, just, man, you know. So yes, I had insurance, but you know, guys, I don't know if you guys ever deal with insurance. It's a pain in the ass. They never pay you. So it's better that if you're gonna be in a property rental business, you're able to self-insure yourself and not pay all that junk fees, have a high deductible, lower your fucking liability if you do have the cash. Now, if you don't have the cash, then you got to do the 1% or 2%, however the insurance company wants, and then, you know, you got to fork up that $2 or $3 grand to get it done. But trust me, you don't really want to go that route, because not only you're not coming ahead, your premium's gonna go up, and it's just a fucking hassle dealing with the fucking adjusters back and forth. You know, I had a property, you know, this is the rental house, so I had a property in Grand Prairie. You know, I ended up paying for the roof because the guys wanted it, the insurance wasn't doing it. It took almost like 6 months, a year later, or a year and a half later for them to give me my money for my roof. I prepay for it. Same thing with that toilet business. It was emergency. Insurance wasn't able to come out there for a couple of days, this and that. So I had to fork over the money and then wait at the mercy of the insurance company to give me my money, and they didn't give me all my money, and X, Y, and Z. So, you know, where if you're doing it, let's say wholesaling, you don't have to deal with that crap. If you're doing fix and flip, you're not dealing with that crap. So I always say, whatever is the positive, that same positive is your negative. So it doesn't matter what it is. If you're doing wholesaling, there's positive, but that same positive is negative. If you're doing fix and flip, that same positive is the same negative. Landlording, buying notes. So you got to figure out which one of these things fits your lifestyle, fits your personality, what you like, and what your personal goals are, and then pick one of these things, okay? If you want to be a real estate investor, that is. So we talked about repair problems. What are some other things about cons about rental properties? Let me think, because, you know, I'm freestyling this, I'm driving, those are wrecked, so it kind of threw me off. Okay, let's talk about eviction. I know I did a little bit, but if you're gonna be a landlord, you have to get a property management, but more importantly, you still have to learn some of the eviction, okay? Because from my experience, when you try to go evict somebody in Texas and Dallas, the judges are more lenient against the renters instead of the landlords. So you got to really learn it, or you'll be willing to pay $1,500, $750 for an attorney to go do it for you, or you just hire property management. Now, if you need a property management, you know, let me know. My broker can take care of for you. He does evictions for only $199 if you join his property management, and it's only $100 a month. Okay. Which is a great thing. It's full service. He takes care of all your stuff for you. You know, I use him. I do own the company, but, you know, I let him take care of everything for me, and he does an amazing job. But simply put, you have to learn some of the rules, like how to give the notification for eviction to the renters, to how to go to the county clerk's office and file for the eviction, and etc. How to have a cleaning crew to come in there and clean the sucker, or you're gonna have to go do it. And you're definitely gonna need a realtor, or you could do it yourself. You could put it on Craigslist, rental.com, and rent the sucker out. Okay, I just like to implement both, because the more I hold it, the more money it's costing me. All right, so those are some of the cons of owning rental properties. Let me see if there's anything else that I might have forgot, which I probably have, because I didn't really prepare. Just freestyling it. Yep, those are the major ones that could come to my mind. If you guys have any questions about any other things, let me know. I'll be happy to help you guys out. But just because these are the cons, it doesn't mean that the positives may not outweigh it for you. For me, I love being a landlord, and you could watch a video where I talk about how to be a landlord and the benefits of being a landlord. So I have a couple of videos about that and why I love being a landlord. Guys, if you like these videos, please like, please share, please comment, and don't take no for an answer. See you later.